Hey everybody, I'm Davidtaylor with Edina Realty and welcome back for our next episode of House Hike. In this episode, we're going to talk, should you buy houses in the winter? Yes. And what are a few things that you should look out for when you do? All right, let's get started. So, first and foremost, should you buy homes in the winter? Yes. There are two major reasons why it's beneficial for you to look at homes in the winter. First and foremost, less competition. A lot of other people that are going to look to buy later this year are going to wait until spring and summer and later into the fall, right? Because they just don't want to deal with the snow, or they just don't want to deal with the cold, or they just want to be bundled up in a blanket, right? Whatever it is, no worries. But ultimately, there is less competition looking at the houses that you're looking at, which means less likely for when you put in an offer, somebody's gonna put in a bigger offer for you, okay? So that's one reason why you should look at houses in the winter. Reason number two is purely, you could actually get a better deal. What happens is, homeowners put their houses on the market, maybe it's a little late into last year's prime time, and now it's been sitting through Thanksgiving, through Christmas, through New Year's, and other homeowners have stopped, or home buyers have stopped looking, and now all of a sudden that homeowner who is looking to sell is starting to get a little sad that it's taking so long. And so they might be more applicable to a good solid offer, maybe a little less than what they were actually listing it for. It's a really good opportunity for you to sneak in and get a great deal before anybody else even starts looking. Now there are four main things that you got to make sure that you ask, or make sure that your realtor asks about properties while you're looking for them in the winter, okay? First and foremost is it going to keep you warm? I know that seems like a silly question, but when you're touring the house, we bump the heat up so that it's nice and cozy as you walk through there. So make sure that you take a peek at the thermostat. If it's suddenly at 78, maybe you got to ask the question of how is this property actually heated if we're already bumping it up to 78. The second thing that you should be looking for is how accessible is it if it snows, right? If you're planning on doing street parking and all of a sudden it snows, are you allowed to do the street parking? Or if you've got a lot of snow that comes in, how is that going to affect you getting to your car, your garage, or other aspects of the property? All things to take into consideration. The third thing is how will winter affect your commute? Does it turn a 30-minute commute into a 45-minute or a 50-minute commute? Those are big pieces to take into consideration, especially if your boss isn't as flexible as you'd like, right? And then the fourth thing is thinking forward into the future, and specifically spring, when all this snow thaws out, where is it going? Do you have a risk of flooding or pooling or stuff coming into the home that you wouldn't normally want to have there, right? So we got to think about that as well. Wrapping it all together, should you buy homes in the winter? Yes, definitely. Less competition, opportunity for great deals. What should you be looking for when you're out there? Make sure that the house is going to keep you warm. Make sure that it's accessible if there's a ton of snow and it's not going to be a huge pain in the butt for you. Make sure that your commute isn't going to be a big factor if suddenly there's a ton of snow. And then think about the flooding in the spring. Is there a history of water getting into this house, right? All good things to think about. Thank you so much for listening. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a like, share it, send it to somebody that definitely needs to hear it. And of course, if you're ready to do some house hunting, reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook or at 586-713-9373. Thanks everybody. Have a good day.